What we're going to do is recap on some of our level 2 lateral movements and then move forward to some new lateral movements here in the long reins. Walk on. Okay, what I always like to do to begin with, once again, is just walk off my horse nice and relaxed down the fence here. And I'm just going to allow him just to kind of travel up and down, letting him know that coming to this fence is a good spot for him to come to. You'll see me just circle here in this first little teardrop back to the fence. Walk on. Walk on. And just really establish this walk. I'd like for this walk to be a little bigger, so I'm going to slow my feet down. Just going to bump him here with this stick, just asking him to increase that walk. A little too much there, just asking him to walk on. Good. Now he's got a little bit more forward. He's going somewhere. That's a walk that I'd like to have in doing my next amount of lateral movements. So I'm going to incorporate this little teardrop here at the end. I'm going to take his nose back to the rail, and I'm going to ask for his hip to stay here to the inside as I move down the rail. You can see that I'm standing here at the 3/4 on position, just asking and driving that hip, this inside hip, to step up underneath him, thinking about using my outside rein to help keep him straight. And you can see he got a little, moved a little less. So I'm going to actually step back here a little bit more behind him, driving him here to the fence, then allowing him to walk on again. Okay, teardrop here, pick up on my right rein, ask him to come around the corner, walk on. Same thing, I'm going to ask that nose to come back to the fence here and ask of him to move down the fence away from me. So I'm bringing my whip up here to his right hip, asking that hip to now come to the inside and for him to move this inside hip up and underneath himself and stay up here at the rail. Good, just bump on that hip like I'd be incorporating my leg. That was nice. Ask him to walk straight again. Good, and then bring him back here to the teardrop. Okay, once I feel like I've established that, out of the teardrop here, I'm actually going to then ask him to leg yield back here to the rail. So I'm thinking about keeping his body as straight as I can, but still having forward motion. I don't want it just to become a straight sort of side pass back here to the fence. Good. Boy, allow him to walk on. Again, I'm just like really picking on him here, just asking for that walk to stay nice and forward. There he came up a little bit in the frame. I just sort of held my contact and asked him to soften back down here into my hand. Come around here again. Okay, and same thing. Think about the forward motion first and then start looking and asking of him. Okay, but right there he dropped that shoulder. So I'm going to come back, I asked him to come back and I'm going to ask of him, use my outside left rein. Now you can see that he dropped that shoulder again. So I'm actually going to take him back off the fence here. Good. Okay, now I'm going to ask of him to move that hip across. That's better. Keeping that body straighter. Move that hip. Got a little stuck, so ask him to walk forward all the way back to the fence. We'll do that one more time. Come around the corner. It's important to keep the forward motion of the horse and really working on keeping that horse straight through his body as you ask him to move across. So once again, bump him here on this outside hip, asking him to try to keep that horse's body as straight as I can back to the rail. And then this is a good opportunity for him to kind of relax, but it doesn't mean that the walk has to lose that sort of tempo and cadence that we're looking for. Circle here again. That's it. Bump him here on this outside hip as I come around this corner. I really want him to start walk on, walk on. So right there he wanted to lose it, so I ask him to straighten back up again first. Good. And then again ask, that's better. Much better. And then allow him to walk on. So although that I would have liked that to happen over a little longer period of time coming down the fence here, the body shape of the horse was really good, and that's what I was after. Okay, now I'm going to ask these exercises to be done at a trot. So I'm going to pick up and establish a trot here. Trot on. Okay, so remembering that our first exercise involved keeping the horse's nose to the rail and the hip to the inside. Come around off the teardrop. Feel him on that outside right rein. Now ask that hip here to the inside. Good. Hold it. Good. And then straight. Right rein. Same thing here again. Down the fence. Hip to the inside. Good. And sometimes it actually gets easier to do this out of trot because we have forward motion. Circle. And then I'm going to set him up to then leg yield at the trot back to the fence. So as I come out of my circle here, feel him on that outside right rein, and now start to ask that hip to come across. Now that was okay. I would have liked to have seen the hind quarter and the horse stay straighter in that exercise. See how we go down this end? Okay, forward to trot. That's it. Now, bring the hip. Good. Bring the hip. Much better. Okay, try this side here once again. Thinking about keeping him straighter. A little more outside right rein. Asking to step across. That's a little better. Okay, there I'm correcting that rib cage. Good, good. There, much better. And forward to walk. Walk on. And walk. In this shoulder in exercise, what we're looking for is a 3-track movement from the horse. So standing directly behind our horse, what we're going to be able to see is that it'll appear like the horse is only moving 3 feet. The reason for that is that one of the hind legs are going to be blocking the visual sight of the front leg. Walk on. Okay, so again, I like to establish that nice relaxed walk, and then I'm going to start to ask of the nose to come a little to the inside. Then I'm going to ask for that shoulder to come just a little bit there. Good. And what you're looking for in your shoulder in to be really spot on is that you want to be able to only see that 3-track movement. Walk on, that's it. No more tilt to the nose to the inside. Good, hold it. There he came back to the rail with the shoulder, so again I'm just feeling on that left rein. You can see me bumping here with the stick, the carriage whip in the right hand on this inside hind. Circle here in the teardrop fashion. I'm going to ask him to come back here to the rail and the shoulder in back up the other direction. So as I'm starting to approach the rail here, what I'm looking at doing is that I want the horse to firstly travel straight. Okay, then I'm going to feel him on that inside, now the right rein, take that nose to the right, I'm going to bump him here on that hip and looking to bring that shoulder off the track. That's it, just bump a little bit more there. Okay, now I've got a little too much. There on the track, good, good, that's a nice position right there. Okay, let's try that here at the trot. So I ask him to move forward to the trot, trot on, good, circle here. And just establish that trot to begin with. Now remember to go back to the rail first. Little straight. Good. Then just take that nose to the inside. Good. Right there. So it doesn't have to be much of an angle, but just the shoulders here a little to the inside. Very nice. Good job. Circle. Once again, we'll go back to the rail. Stay straight. And then ask for the shoulder in again. So straight. Shoulders to the inside, there, good, just keeping that nice trot that is forward with a rhythm to it, circle, and forward to walk, good boy, and walk.